Okay? Future. When you get the newer version of this Bible, they took all those things off, man. They don't speak of Edom that way. Now the people just tell you, oh, Edom, they'll read a couple of scriptures in Genesis, and that's it, man.
And then they say that we sold our souls into captivity.
Yeah, you know? Right, with that.
She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High.
Read, get Job 20 and Job 20 starts from 5 to 5 and 9, 5 to 9. Okay? Read that again, the last bit again.
She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High.
She is the only neighbor of Israelites that was not promised any mercy from the Heavenly Father, man.
Right.
Okay, who? Edomites. That's why we read earlier on in Isaiah, the 14th chapter, that all the other nations are going to lie in their glory except you, man. You be cast away like an abominable branch. Okay, get that close up from Thomas.
So
Start from 5 to 9.
Job 20 and 5. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short.
The triumphing of the wicked is short,
and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
And who are the wicked? Edomites, Malachi 1 and 4. Okay, go ahead.
Through his excellency mount up to the heavens.
Even though your excellency mount up to the heavens, which it has, okay, you got all these spacecraft, outer spacecrafts, and you claim you went to the moon. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah. And his head reach unto the clouds. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
Yes, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. You go in the toilet to flush it, that's it, man, it's gone. That's how Easter's gonna be, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
They that have seen all this, everybody's gonna ask me, where are they? These people that we are reading about, where are they? You know? Edomites, who's that, man? And then we have to break it out. These people that once upon a time, they are the wicked, they once with the planet Earth. You know? We have to tell our children those stories. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Yet he shall perish forever. Verse 8. He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found.
He shall fly away. When you're having a nightmare, somebody's chasing you, some werewolf or whatever is chasing you, you know, you're sweating and everything, and then you wake up and you realize it's a dream, innit? And then you're relieved, innit?
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. Look at, I'm still in my own bed. You know, your pillow's soaking because you're sweating, you know. It was a nightmare. Right now we're in a nightmare, man.
That's right.
You know? This is our nightmare, this captivity, man. We can't wait to wake up, man.
That's right.
You know? We can't wait to wake up in the kingdom and we're gonna forget all these things that happened to us, man. You know?
So I see that in Isaiah 65, since the full showing from that.
Yeah, you know? It's gonna be like what, you know, it's like damn, man, we're in the kingdom now, man. Right now it just seems long and long and long, but eventually, man, we're gonna wake up, man.
That's right.
The scripture says tears shall be wiped from their eyes.
Yeah, you know?
We ain't gonna cry no more.
Go ahead.
Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
He shall be chased away as the vision of the night. You just wake up and that dream is gone. You know? Anymore?
Verse 9. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more.
The eye also which saw him shall see him no more. We're not gonna see them anymore. There won't be Edom anymore as a nation, man. Go ahead.
Neither shall his place, neither shall his place any more behold him.
Neither shall his place anymore behold him, man. The land, your land, we're gonna take your land as well. Judah's gonna take your land. Okay? So Esau is bad, man. That's why we read in Lamentation, the 4th chapter. You know, Edom must rejoice, man. Okay? Anyway,
Yeah, man. So yeah, like your brother said, you know, our bad dream is about to be over, man.
See what I mean? So
yeah.
You're not doing all that.
Yeah.
So Hebrews 4 and 9. There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of the Most High.
Yeah, read on.
For he that is entered into his rest he also have ceased from his own works,
Right,
and the
so-
Most High did from this.
Yeah, so the brother just read the point. They were made of a rest unto the people of the Most High. And the people of the Most High, it's not talking about the whole entire planet. It ain't talking about every nation that can just all of a sudden believe. It's talking about the sons of Israel. Those are the sons of the Most High. All right? And we represent that to a higher degree because we're doing the work. We got the robes. Okay, and we're doing everything that the Most High said to do. So, when you really look at it technically, we're representing that also. Okay, we are that. Let me put it that way. All right? Yes, so keep going.
Verse 11. Let us labor therefore to enter into that rest.
Right, and this is what we're doing. Okay, you got brothers all over the place just pushing this word, coming out here amongst the elements. Some brothers may be sick out here, some brothers may feel like, man, they're going to drop or something. But we out here, laboring onto our rest. Because we know we ain't going to get into the kingdom just sitting on our butts all day.
That's right.
Way we going to get into the kingdom is by doing the work, laboring, plowing. All right, breaking down strongholds. Proclaiming liberty to those that are in captivity. Who are them that are in captivity? The nation of Israel.
That's right.
Now you got all of these other Edomites out there that are in somewhat servitude under the powers that be. But that's their problem. They gotta go in the house and take it to in-house. Our issue is the fact that we're Israelites and we shouldn't be in captivity.
Right.
That's the issue that we're dealing with. We're not dealing with the whole world's issues. We're dealing with our people's issues.
That's right.
Yeah? That's what we're concerned with. And not only because it's just our people, but what the scripture says. The scripture says, go out and preach the kingdom, preach unto the nation of Israel, and when you go amongst the children of Israel, preach that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So when you preach the kingdom of heaven is at hand, what are you going to teach? You're going to teach with the scriptures, right? And you're going to tell them the things alluding to the coming of the coming of the Lord. That's what you're going to do. And we out here for you so-called Negro, so-called Latino, Native American Indians, and those of you that are scattered abroad. All right? This is only for the nation of Israel. You know, we're not no Christians. All right? We're not no Jehovah's Witnesses. We're the Hebrew Israelites.
That's right.
And that's what they have to know. You have to recognize. Go on.
Lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief.
Brother, could you give me some water, man? I'm kind of Go on.
It's Hebrews 4:11 again. Let us labor therefore into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief.
Right, so we're commissioned under the inspiration of the Most High to come out here and do what we're doing right here. We're not coming out here because it's a Saturday evening and we just feel like doing this. It's just something to do. No, this is a job that we have. We're mandated to do this particular job. Okay, you got brothers that got all kind of parts of doing this work. You got the cameraman. You got the brothers that hold posts. You got the brothers that read. All right, and you got those that are speaking. So we're all laboring into our rest. All right, as it says in Hebrews 4:9 again, they remain of a rest unto the people of the Most High. All right. So since we haven't entered into that rest, that means we still got work to do.
That's right.
All right. We don't.
So verse 12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit.
Right, and that's why when you come across someone, or when people come up here, and they become they become stubborn, and they don't want to change their ways. Now what we do is we transfer to condemnation mode. So when you condemn them with the word of the Lord, it hurts them inside, man. And you even got guys such as Vocab Malone, people like him, just put them on display just to make a point. He's hurting.
Yep.
Okay? He better believe every single day that he wakes up out of bed, he's thinking about the so-called Negroes being Hebrew Israelites.
That's right.
Coming back to who they are. And that hurts. Because he always wanted to believe that we weren't going to amount to anything. That we were just going to be niggas on the block all day.
That's true. He made a statement. He said he watches our videos more than we do.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what he said.
But you know he's worrying more so.
That's dedication right there.
Right. He's more dedicated than certain guys, man.
So even when they had that video when he was talking about the Hebrew Israelites, he had one guy on the show saying, what would they say if I said I didn't have a problem with Jesus being black?
The guy, the big beard.
Yeah. And that guy had one of those moments where, you know, the Edomites have they think, oh shit, they might be correct what they're saying.
Right.
He had a, oh shit, what if they're right moment?
Yeah. And vocab Malone, he knows what we're saying is true, but that's what's hurting to them. Because what we're saying is the truth, and it's pretty much going against his thing, which is not the truth. What do I mean by his thing? Christianity. Because Christianity is just a bunch of baloney, man. That was manufactured by those church fathers during the Nicene Council, and then projected all the way around the world. That's what that's all about. But this right here, this is the truth. Okay? And when you tell people that we're the Jews, they all of a sudden they gotta bring in the Ethiopian people. They gotta bring in this nation, that nation. But it can never be us. We can never be the Israelites. But that in itself proves that we're the Israelites. That right there proves, even in their hearts, their subconscious minds, that we gotta be the people. Because if they're naming everybody else, oh, they could be Israelites, they can be Israelites, but not us, then that right there proves that we are the Israelites. But what it is, they don't want to look at us in that light. But they have no choice. All right, because see, nature has a way of bringing things back to what it used to be, what it's supposed to be. Like, for example, when we hurt ourselves, what happens? Our skin heals itself, doesn't it? So it's the same thing how nature operates. You know, you could try to adjust nature as much as you can, but nature has always a way of reverting back to its normal state. Okay? And we're coming back to who we are. We once calling ourselves black people, so-called West Indians, so-called African Americans, and all of these state-based names that the Congress has given us, and we put that aside now. And also the so-called white man, he's not white anymore. He's what you call an Edomite.
That's right.
So everything's reverting back to square one again. We've come full circle, brothers. Go on, bro. What you got?
So
You got a precept?
piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit.
Right, and that's what hurts, because this truth is getting out there to the masses of the people. And doesn't mean that they're gonna wake up. But you even got certain amongst the masses that are hurt as well. Because they themselves, and I'm talking about anybody, because you even got Jakes out there, they don't really want to come to the conclusion that they're Israelites, because that means they got to change themselves from being niggas. Alright, they want to stay in that world of niggadism, and they don't want to change their ways in being the men that the Most High made them to be, and women as well. Alright, so what they rather do, they rather stay in confusion, because it's easy. As the saying goes, ignorance is bliss. It feels good to be ignorant so I can do what I want to do and not come under the orders of the Heavenly Father. But when you don't come under the orders of the Heavenly Father, what are you doing? You're making war against the Most High. You're rebelling. And rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft.
That's right.
Okay? Go on, bro. That's why it says, woe unto him that striveth against his maker. That's a dumb move. The only move to make, there's only one move and there's only one pathway. Right? And the pathway is to the Most High. Not doing what you want to do. Doing what you want to do is not going to change anything. It's just going to lead you to the mire underneath the ground. And that's why there's going to be a nuclear war, which is going to burn everybody that ain't right.
That's right.
Okay? Go on, bro. Yeah. Go on.
As 2 Peter 3 and 3, and it says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust.
Right, and the head start at this present moment is vocab and cats like him. they're walking up to their own lust, because if we're the Israelites, then once again they got to look at us in that light. And then you got those that are underneath him that kind of have to somewhat agree with it, but they don't want to really walk according to the rule. Guess what? They're gonna walk after the, what is it? Read that again.
He says, there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust.
They're gonna walk after their own lust. That's what they're gonna do, because they want to be comfortable and they don't want to put themselves in an uncomfortable situation, right? By going according to what we do. Okay? They rather float around and just be niggas all day and just be a bunch of nobodies all day, thinking that okay, everything's gonna go plan out smooth. Not knowing at the end of it all, when it's all said and done, you doing your own thing and you rebelling against the Most High is gonna lead to you being down in the dirt. That's what it's gonna lead up to. Alright, go on, bro.
And it says, and saying, where is the promise of his coming?
Right, you got them kind of characters. You got those kind of guys where they'll say, well, where is the law going to make us come? Last time I checked, when other people said that the law was coming, he didn't come. You got those kind of characters. They'll say, well, the end didn't come my time, so why do you think it's going to come in your time? And I got something to say about that, because see, back in your time, there was no prophecies going around. But nowadays, there's more prophecies going around than ever before. So we're in the signs of the end of this world. We're in the signs of the coming of the Lord.
That's right.
That's what I got to say about that. Okay? I mean, if you're watching Coronation Street all day, EastEnders all freaking day, X Factor all day, obviously you're not going to be aware of the prophecies. Come on now, go on, bro.
And it says, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of that.
Right, it says for this they are willingly, they willfully want to be ignorant. Go on.
That by the word of the Most High the heavens were upheld, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water.
Right. In other words, the flood. Because you had them same spirits which, you know, projected that same mentality. Oh, there's not going to be no flood. What are you talking about? Because all you had at the time was dew that came from heaven. That's all you had. You didn't have no extra rain. To the point where, and also it was going to flood. You understand? So the whole thought of, oh, the earth is going to flood out, that was like, you know what I mean? Like, that was way out of the minds of the people. But you still had people that was willingly ignorant to not believe in that because they didn't want to change their ways. Just like how it is nowadays. We could talk about how the Most High is going to come in the chariots. You know, when you say that to the mass of the people today, they think of that as an impossible thing. Because it's not according to this realm. But the things that happen that appear unrealistic happen all the time anyway. Like, for example, back in 1920, let's say he was in the 20s, right? The whole idea of walking around with your gadgets, that was not thought of. We guess we're walking around with our gadgets, aren't we? Okay, the whole idea or the concept of setting up a computer. You didn't have no computers in the 1920s. Go on.
Because computers used to be the size of that building there. That'll be the whole thing. That'll be the whole bloody one computer, man.
Right.
Size of the whole bloody thing. But now it's right in your arm, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So the impossible is always possible, man. It's just it all happens in due time. But like I said, the impossible, the unfathomable, the incredible is gonna happen. All right, like even by us doing what we're doing here, it's incredible, right? Because we really, technically, you know, although all of us come from all different walks of life, but on an average, but you know, when we're dealing with people or average people or average jakes on this side, a lot of them are just out there clubbing, all into the hip hop scene, all into that particular world. Right? And that's what we should be doing, but we're here doing the Lord's work. Go on, bro.
You mentioned that what we're looking for, the chariots of salvation being unfathomable.
Right.
This is Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Right. And that's what we believe in. The masses don't believe in that. The majority of Israel don't believe in that. We believe in that. And guess what? Our faith is going to prove the truth.
Yeah.
Our faith is going to prove what we're saying is factual. Regardless whether those they don't believe or not, doesn't make a difference. Go on, but you wanted to use
This is Daniel's 12 and 4. But thou art Daniel, it's like, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Right, it's like many thought back in the past that Britain could ever be overthrown, or America could never be overthrown. But when you look at what's going on in the times that we're living in right now, it looks like it's very possible. I mean, we got a foolish person in office right now. What's his name? Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
You got a damn retarded child as prime minister of the country.
Yeah.
So when you got a guy like that being prime minister, you know that this place is finished. UK has become a joke. Just like America's become a joke because you got my man Donald Trump in there, man.
They're both. I wouldn't be surprised. Donald Trump, I know he's dyslexic, severely, and I know he's dyslexic because I've checked it all out. And I won't be surprised if Boris Johnson is got some kind of
he's got some going on.
Autism or something along them lines.
He's not straight, man. He ain't straight up stickers. You know, but this is what I'm saying, man. Like a lot of prior before he even came into office, a lot of the prime ministers were sharp-minded, man. They had some kind of structure to it. But they just pushed this retarded child in office. And he's going to be calling the shots. But yeah, the elites set him up. Yeah.
They're having fun, though.
Yeah, they're having fun, yeah. So yeah, man, so I mean, like, it's evident, man. What we're saying here, it's evident. Basically, the undoable or the incredible, it happens all the time, man. It happens. And we're living in incredible times right now.
Yeah.
All right? I mean, who would have thought in the 20s that a group of so-called Negroes would be standing out here, or Israelites, I'll call us exactly what we are.
That's right.
Doing what we're doing right here. Unheard of, unthought about. But it's now happening. Go on, man. You finished with that? Okay, you go to this guy.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 61. The Spirit of the Lord, power is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
Right, to preach good tidings unto the meek. The Spirit of the Lord has entered into us to preach the word of the Lord, you know.
He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
Right, to bind up the brokenhearted. Who's the brokenhearted people on the planet? The nation of Israel. They're the most destroyed out of all nations. Alright, when you go to the States, man, all they're facing in the hood, in the States and even down here, it's nothing but oppression, man. Because we live in a society that's based on oppression, where you got the 1%, the select few that run the banking systems and that, they hold in all of the majority of the wealth. While everybody else pretty much has to work paycheck to paycheck, man. And I'm talking about these tribes, because you got Edomites out there, they're not working like that. But predominantly people are struggling out here, while the 1% is doing well. So this society is based on oppression, based on you being put in that position. Right, and the main people that are suffering under this kingdom is the nation of Israel, and they're broken because of that. Right. Plus, everything has been taken from them. We talk about the gold. We talk about lands have been stolen. We could talk about what happened in during the 15th to the 16th century. So, if anything, because we were robbed and we were spoiled, we would be more brokenhearted than everybody else. Right, when you're dealing with the Chinese, they got their setup. When you're dealing with Esau, they got their economic setup. Everybody got their economic setup, but these people don't. So if anything, these would be the most brokenhearted out of all. And all they're facing right now, as they've always done, since the society was set up, is oppression. Go on, bro.
So Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Right, read that again. I didn't follow that.
Ecclesiastes 7 and Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Right, he said he saw, what is it? He said he saw servants on horses, man. Now that's talking about the other nations that are in rulership right now. They're sitting on power. They're in the power seat, so to speak. This horse is a symbol, is an animal that represents power. All right. So he said he saw servants sitting on horses and what? Read that again one more time.
Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the
And
earth.
princes walking as servants on the earth. And where the princes, when you dissect the word Israel means he is a prince of God, or he is the prince of the power. So where the princes sit in lower places, as it says also, it says folly is set in great dignity, but but the rich sit in low places. What is it? Yeah.
So verse above, verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place.
That's Israel. Israel is sitting in a low place. We're the rich that sit in a low place. Why are we rich? Because we were given the covenant, we were given the word and the wisdom and understanding of the Most High. That's what makes us rich. But then you got the folly, which is the other nations. And what is the folly going to? Setting up philosophies that goes far beyond the truth. Formulating gods, formulating statues and all of that stuff. Right now what Esau is doing to keep the society going, he's harnessing dark spirits, worshiping all of the ancient gods of the past, thinking that that's going to maintain the society. So that's all folly. But that's what's pretty much exalted in this world right now. All right, and when you look at Esau as a whole, they represent folly to the 10th degree. Okay, they're epitome of folly. Okay, but you got our people out there, they act on that vibration.
Yeah.
They think that that's a cool vibration to be under, but it's not, man. That's really the vibration of death. Anyway, read on.
Verse 8. He that diggeth a pit shall fall into it, and whosoever breaketh a hedge, the serpent shall bite.
Right, and Esau is digging his own pit. You know, you got this war that's being put up, and you got Donald Trump. He's pushing the UK and other European countries to combat against Iran. Because what happened was you had a situation where you had the British oil tanker, which was seized by the Iranians. So now they're saying, look, what Donald Trump is saying, look, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to somehow, some way, do something to them because of that situation. So this war is brewing, and they're the ones that's propelling this war to happen. I'm talking about the Americans. They're propelling this war to go on, and they pushing, these European countries to make some kind of attack on Iran. But that's going to be to their downfall, right?
Right.
That war that they want to get on is going to be to their downfall. And that war is not going to happen anyway because that ship got to come in. The mark of the beast got to come in. Because we take this thing seriously, man. We're not out here to just clown around and to make a damn show. Like, we mean business, man. Like, when we say that this society is going to be destroyed, we mean it, man.
That's right.
Okay? And we want the society to be destroyed. How about that? All right? Go on.
Job 20:23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury. The Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
Right, that's that one world system. So once they feel as though they've reached almost completion, considering their one world order system, then that's when the Most High is gonna put a monkey wrench in that bad boy and upset his own entire setup.
That's right.
All right, and that's when those missiles are gonna be in the midst of his enterprise. All right, or this entire corporation that we're under right now. And that's the bottom line. So hold what you got, brother. You continue with that.
Back in Isaiah 61 and 2, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord.
Because we're doing two things. We're proclaiming the acceptable year to the Lord, which means that when the Lord returns, we're going to be saved out of here. All right, and also you can't forget the downfall of this nation here. That's in rulership right now. This is what we do every single week when we come out here. We're proclaiming the acceptable year of the Lord. That's what we're projecting every week. Okay? So I want you to read that again, brother. Sure.
And it says to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance.
And the day of vengeance, go on.
Of our power.
Of our power. So the Lord is coming with vengeance. He's not coming to bring everybody together. Flowers and daisies and strawberries and raspberries and all of the berries you can think about. He's coming to bring vengeance.
To comfort all that mourn.
Right, and also to comfort them that mourn. So who's mourning in this world today? Zion is mourning, right? Alright, you know how that's a fact, man? Because when you walk around in these streets of London, man, or wherever you see Jake at, Jake is mourning. Jake ain't happy here, man. Even Jake that don't even know what's going on. They not happy because they know deep down they should be in a better position. They're being oppressed. You go to the States, that's all Jake is facing in America, oppression. Alright, you got certain Jakes where they gotta sell blow on the street just so they can live a reasonable life. Because getting a regular job, I mean, if you're living in those conditions, you're living in some beat up abandoned house or the no house.
Right.
Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, do I agree with that? Hell no, I don't agree with that. But Esau put Jake in that situation where he got to resort to that level of low, man.
Right.
Just so he can eat. So the people that's in the state of mourning also is the nation of Israel. And even down there in Brazil, you got a lot of people in Brazil that got to prostitute their women just to keep society going. So Zion is in a state of mourning, man. Nobody else out here is in a state of mourning. And like I said a couple of years ago, there's no other nation that needs salvation more than this nation here.
That's right.
These people need salvation. They need it the most. All right. So the so-called white men don't need that. I'm talking about the Edomites. Ishmael don't need it. The so-called Arabs. Who else, man? Those so-called East Indians, those Edomites.